In an unprecedented time where the game of basketball is on hiatus, a small bright spot for the sports world took place this week, honoring legacies of some of the greatest players to ever grace the game. The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame names the class of 2020 inductees, and one of those being an Indiana Fever legend. So for the first time here, let's welcome in Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings. Tamika, congratulations. We are so proud of you, and thank you for taking the time today. What has this week been like for you? I'm sure it's been a roller coaster ride, but walk me through your emotions from finding out in a unique way to the entire community still celebrating you this week.
Yeah, it's been great. And, on Friday when I found out the news, I was just so excited. Shared it with my family, of course, and then my husband. And I called my mom, called my dad, called my brother, called my sister, came home to tell my husband about it. And he was in the middle of a conference call. So I was like, oh, man, telling me to go outside. That's okay. But, the rest of the week it's been great. A lot of the community and just, Pacer Sports and Entertainment, everybody from all sides had been contacting me. And, overall, like just the fans from the basketball world, fans from Catch the Stars world, fans from our Tease Me world, like everybody has just been super excited. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we were, I think, screaming here at the station when we heard your name announced. The 2020 Hall of Fame class, though, is a transcendent one, I think is the right word for that. And your name showing up alongside a ton of greats, but a lifelong friend of the late Kobe Bryant. Your emotions as you saw your name appear next to him, and as a pair of number 24s now will head to Springfield together.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing. It really is. It's a blessing just to be able to have this opportunity. And, I think about Kobe going back to the beginning. Obviously, everybody has seen the pictures of us kind of hanging out with our families in Italy. We came back after a year. His family decided to stay over for, I think, 6 more years. And then when he came back, our lives just kind of, intertwined here and there. But I think the really cool part of it, and one thing that I've said, is it's kind of like a storybook ending. You go in, and even as kids, you never really thought about being a Naismith Hall of Famer. And to be honest, even at that age, we really didn't play basketball. Soccer was a sport over in Italy, so that was kind of what we were doing most of the time. And we would go to the gym and hang out and all of that. But you look at where our careers have allowed us to travel, and just the impact that we've had on so many people, and of course, being able to get through the basketball side and then flip to the other side, and it's just truly an honor.
Yeah, truly an honor for sure. Now, I may be putting you on the spot here, but you've had a little time to think about it now. Each inductee, of course, gets to pick a person to introduce them at the Hall of Fame ceremony. So have you thought about who you're going to choose or who will stand alongside you there?
I have not. I have not thought about that. It's funny, my husband actually asked me that last week as well, and I was like, you know what, I'm not ready to think about it right now, so let's just enjoy the moment, enjoy where we are right now. Of course, before that even happens, I gotta even start writing a speech, so we'll get to that. I'll make sure I let you know first.
All right, yes, we will stand by on that one. And before August, you have a lot on your plate before Springfield even unfolds, including a new role as the vice president of the Fever, and with the WNBA moving forward with a virtual draft here in the coming days and the season being delayed. How are you trying to build your team virtually? Obviously, you're good at overcoming challenges, but I'm sure this is a big one.
Yeah, it is. But we, coaching staff and I, we've been working tirelessly every single day on the phone, talking with each other. I've had the opportunity to interview quite a few of the pre-draft prospects, so just been working on that and trying to build our team. One of the things I've continuously talked about is just building a championship caliber team, and that starts with just having the right people. I feel like we're in a great situation now because the core of our team is between the older players and the younger players. We have a great mix, and so whoever we end up with, we got the number 3, number 14, and number 28, and so whoever we end up with will be great, will be a great addition to our team, and we're excited to welcome them here to Indianapolis.
I understand you are working through some of the kinks right now of interviewing players via FaceTime, via Zoom. So it sounds like the WNBA is going to be the test run for all of these virtual drafts to follow, being the NFL, obviously now fully virtual now, possibly the NBA. What are maybe some of the things you're worried about that could maybe go wrong, or what are you expecting to go right and be a little bit improved from other processes?
You know, honestly, I haven't even thought about what could go wrong. You know, I'm just so excited about this upcoming class that's coming out, you know, this group of seniors. Obviously, they've been through a couple of, a little bit of a tough road the last couple of months, and, you know, just kind of seeing their season end, and, you know, for those that are moving on and will have the opportunity to make it into the WNBA. So I think for me, it hasn't really been about what can go wrong. It's really been about what can go right. And for these seniors that are coming out, having that opportunity to fulfill their dreams and their goals, like I did way back when.
Well, that leads me right into this, because it's an unprecedented time. As we have said, no basketball right now. Do you have any words of advice for anyone at any level playing the game that's missing the game of basketball, who has dreams to accomplish things like you that are not able to be on a court right now, that didn't get to complete their senior years, anything like that?
Well, you know, I think the biggest thing, Governor announced a new campaign, the hashtag In This Together. And I mean, it really is about all of us coming together and getting through this together. And I feel like with our senior class, you know, from the basketball world, really getting outside, I mean, you may or may not have the opportunity to get to that next level. And I think from obviously the WNBA side, and with our draft coming up on April 17th, and some of the players being from here in Indianapolis, you know, get outside, stay in shape, whatever that looks like, you know, dribble the ball. You don't always need a basket to be able to do that. I do realize not everybody has access to basketball court, but there were so many things. And I just remember as a little girl, we didn't always live in places that had basketball hoops, but the one thing I always had was my basketball. And I dribbled and dribbled and dribbled. I'm sure the neighbors were so upset about how many times I heard that ball hit the pavement, but that's because I was so passionate and determined to reach my goals.
Obviously, you've loved this game your entire life. You have a ton of accolades attached to your name. Where does Hall of Famer reach on that list? Is it at the top? And what's next for you? Have you set any goals after that one?
Well, I mean, I think when you look at the Naismith Hall of Fame and you think about that, I mean, it really is the ending to a great career, and that's on the court. But, you know, I think my goal now is obviously on the other side, and being in the front office for the Fever is to win championships and figure out, you know, I think that having won some, and, you know, in the past, having won one in the WNBA, one in college, and, you know, a few in high school, I would hope, and of course the Olympic gold medal, you would hope that you know how to win by now, and having the right pieces and having the right players on your team. So, you know, right now my next goal is to be the best vice president of basketball operations, to be the best general manager that I can be, and to continue to build our organization, the Fever organization, and to win some championship.
All right. Well, Tamika, we cannot wait for that, and I'm sure you will accomplish that with ease like you've done everything else. Congratulations again, and for everything you do for Indy. We are truly lucky to have you here in the community.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Tamika.